the municipality boundaries, creating an intersection that will only capture what is contained within the intersection, right? And to do that, just go vector, geometry tools, sorry, geoprocessing tools, intersect, and here the input is the polygonized, I call it polygonized corn variable, and then the municipalities. And again, you specify here where you want to store your file, and then it runs for a few minutes, and you get an intersected version of the data, which is the so now I'm gonna get rid of, so now it's only Mexico, right? So I got rid of the rest of the world. It's just the intersection of Mexico and the polygonized raster file. If I go to the attributes table, what I have here is the variable that came from the current suitability data. I have an identifier, the municipality codes, and all the variables that I have in my shapefile. So what I can do just basically here is to save this as a CSV table. There are more than 35,000 observations. Of course, there are not that many municipalities. Why do I have so many observations? It's because I have several tiny dots for each municipality. So I have just to collapse this data. So what I do is I just save this. You have the option in here of save as. And you can specify comma separated value file. And then you go to Stata or to R and collapse it at the municipality level and get the actual measure.
How is it dealing with the raster blocks that cross over lines, cross over the polygon of municipalities?
It's, I think by default, it's just going to take all the polygons that are contained within, I mean, all the pixels that are contained within the polygon.
So you can tell it how you want to deal with it.
Yeah, there are ways of specifying that, like if it's, even if it's one part of the pixel in one polygon, and yeah. But
You might have raster data that's say 100 kilometers by 100 by 100 kilometers.
oh, so then
Polygons could be smaller.
a raster file of 100 by 100 kilometers. Yeah, but that would be like a.
We might just have the data there.
Yeah, so then that couldn't be quite useful in this case because,
Okay.
but you know,
But
you,
each municipality would take the value of the larger region.
you create an intersection. If the polygon of the raster file is larger than your administrative boundary, you will get only one value for that municipality. And here I'm getting many values for each municipality. Basically, since this data is very precise, you can see here, like, all the tiny dots, right? I mean, the squares, the tiny squares for each municipality. If the square is too large, then you lose precision. And that's for doing this sort of zonal statistics. You can do like averages or any kind of computation. Also, this is also very useful to create just a regular, like a map. If you go here to graduated, for example, if I plot, I don't know, like the homicides again, and choose color and classify it that way. You can choose here basically all the options that you have in R, right? Like the quantile and the standard deviation, or specify your own breaks, etc. And then you have a map. In this case, the breaks are not pretty, but I mean, again, you can do the same thing with this software. This is, for many things, this is just the same as ArcGIS, but free. So
Is there any way to make it record what you're doing, like to keep a record of, when you do the intersect commands, to, obviously you're not coding it, so you're not going to have a do file or whatever, but is there any?
you can write scripts here. I never do it,
Yeah.
but
And it's in Python, the same way?
yeah, you can also write in R and here, but no, basically I customize too much the maps, and I don't do more than basically maps and this kind of computations. So yeah, I don't.
Can you call R from within QGIS?
Yeah. I think you can open the. You can use the console. I think there is like an option for doing that, but I haven't used it. So what I do is usually I transform my shape files in R, and I do all the mapping here. That's what I found convenient, because if I want to merge, new attributes, here is just a mess. It's very crashy, and in R is straightforward. With the script that I show you, it's just like literally merging two tables and renaming the files, and you load it here, and it works pretty nicely. So I think that's about it. I don't know whether you have some questions. No.
And this has all the capabilities of ArcGIS,
Yeah.
so we can screw ArcGIS.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Yeah. I stopped using it.
No, I presume that means there's more development on this.
And now you can do a lot of stuff in R, right? Like very sophisticated things, like spatial statistics, or probably for very high quality maps, there might be some issues, but yeah, for just plotting the data and computing basic statistics, yeah, you don't need ArcGIS.
And the badging and those kind of things, you can also do them in QGIS.
Yeah, but the legends are like in ArcGIS, and I don't like them. They are sometimes all over the place and difficult to customize, so I just do them.
No, I meant in QGIS, not in ArcGIS.
No, yeah. It's similar.
Oh,
So yeah, and yeah, so yeah, I have found these two softwares like useful for doing this, like simple plots and stats. For more or other a little more complicated things, like creating, for example, a matrix of the neighbors of these polygons and stuff like that, you have those functions in R. So here is just like to visualize. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank
Welcome.
If you're all returning as finals, and grading comes up and everything?
So Ondrila is presenting Thursday, right? And I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm
Co-author, yes.
yeah. So I'm working on that intensively.